She must be so dumb. Look at her grades. Did you see how rude he was? Oh my gosh. My teacher hates me. Have you ever heard these things from someone? Family, friends, yourself? This world is made up of problems, but it's also made up of people. And I believe that together, we can cancel the problems out. People are being too passive. We sit and wait for the world to fix itself, for someone to come into our lives and just magically do all the work for us. And this happens constantly. We are in this continuous cycle of complaining, not getting the result we want, and finding some new problem to whine about. And this is all because it's easier to complain than to do the actual work. And by that I mean changing the world. Okay, to be fair, changing the world does seem like an impossible prospect, even to me. So don't call it that. Call it changing yourself. After all, everything starts with you. Marie Curie once said, "You cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals." To that end, each of us must work for his own improvement, and at the same time share general responsibility for all humanity, our particular duty being to aid those to whom we can be the most useful. By that she means do what you can to help who you can. And about improving the individuals, I'm not asking you to reinvent yourself. Just put an end to a nasty habit or break out of your social bubble. The little things. In fact, there are many little things you can apply to your life that will, and no matter how much of a small way, positively change yourself, thereby the world. First of all, I should warn you, these are as corny as they are effective. Smile. The famous monk Thich Nhat Hanh stated that sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Charles Darwin and William James proposed this idea as well, more than a century ago, stating that facial expressions are not only the visual representation of an emotion, but can contribute to the feeling itself. The statistics behind this are that facial expressions affect the temperature of blood flowing to the brain, which positively affects your mood, decreases stress levels, and generally makes everyone around you feel better. You never know how much good a kind gesture as such does for someone until you do it. Don't involve yourself in needless drama. Drama is the source of so much of the stress in this world, and for good reason. Once it worms its way into your life, it's nearly impossible to get rid of. But the trick is to prevent it from happening in the first place. By avoiding pettiness and gossiping, you won't end up in awkward, hurtful situations. For you, someone else, or both. When we are hurt because of drama, we become more impulsive, which makes it all too easy for us to hurt someone else as well. Steer clear of any negative conversations you may end up in, and by doing this, you're ending the drama before it begins. Think. Think about what someone may be going through before you judge them or speak to them or behind their back. You never know how deeply your words could hurt someone. And with this mindset, you've prevented pain from taking root in this world. We often accidentally tear one another down in little ways that have impacts we can't imagine. And I'm pretty sure we all know that moment of instant regret once we say something that can't be taken back. The Bible in James 3:5 says that the tongue is a small thing, but what enormous damage it can do. The damage we inflict with our words is irreversible and sometimes permanent in the minds of others. Common courtesies. You see, the problem with this is that being courteous is no longer common at all. Since when did helping someone up or opening the door to let someone pass become admirable? These acts were once as common as the phrase suggests, yet now they are alien to us, and we treat them as such. But by performing these acts of kindness, these common courtesies, we can begin to look outwards of ourselves more often, and eventually incorporate selflessness into our everyday lifestyle. What I'm really trying to hone in here is that not everyone can do everything, but everyone can do something. No matter how insignificant it may seem, all your small good works combined can and will change the world. Look, I'm not asking you to do all of these things constantly for the rest of your life, but I do wonder if you would consider picking one of the things I've mentioned: smiling, being drama-free, thinking, and performing common courtesies. Whichever one you feel most comfortable with, that is doable for you, and just try it for a while. And see how differently you feel. See if you can change how someone else feels for the better. And if not, just try to go for a while without complaining. After all, our culture is founded on complaint. Let's change that. Let's do something. Thank you.